New patch, baby. 7.28c, the gameplay update. Who knew? I honestly thought the only patch we would get in the next 3 months would be another trailer for the new Dota anime. I mean, but hey, we've been proven wrong. Ice Frog is taking it to the next level. Alright, but here we go. We got some changes. Nothing too crazy, but who knows, you know? The thing about Dota is that even the smallest things can completely change how you want to play the game, completely change what heroes you want to play. So tomorrow, I'll probably give an advanced list of what heroes I think are in the best for the meta, but until then, you should buy a gameleap sub so you can get all the great guides I make. I really do make a lot of advanced analysis over there. For instance, I just reviewed a DPC Division 1 game. I went through the draft and every stage of the game live, and I don't post that type of stuff on YouTube. So if you're looking for the next step in content, go check it out down below on the website. Click the link, sign up. But now let's get into the patch. Alrighty! First off, we got Batrider. This hero, so if you guys don't know much about Batrider or why he's getting nerfed or why he's broken, here's the DL. People were first facing this hero and just dominating. No matter what hero you played against, no matter what the matchup was, Batrider would do well. The common counter pick to Batrider mid for a bit was like Slark, but even then, your team could get out-tempoed in the mid-game. So all in all, Batrider was just insane because Sticky Napalm lets you farm. Your hero would be level 10 at minute 10, and then buy a BKB and run over everybody. Rushing BKB was the build on Bat. That's what people are doing, and you couldn't beat him in the mid-game. And so they're nerfing a little bit. They're nerfing the main aspect of this hero, which is Sticky Napalm now deals 50% less damage against all creeps. This is a good nerf. Reason being is because now you actually have to pick him because you counter someone in lane, not because this hero is just a broken mid-game hero. Frankly, do I think it's still okay? Yeah, you just gotta pick it against the right matchups. Next up, we have Beastmaster. His base attack speed was reduced from 110 to 100. It really does make me sad when speed is reduced, but it's fine. The base attack speed was reduced. It's kind of a lot, you know? That means with 1 point in Inner Beast, you're only gaining 5 attack speed, kind of. You know what I'm saying. And then, honestly, I guess this isn't too bad. The biggest one is definitely the attack speed reduction because frankly, this hero just, like, chunked. Its animation damage and even attack speed was really good. So, yeah, it's just not a thing anymore. And they nerfed the movement speed of the boars, which definitely matters. This can make you lose kills at level 1. It makes it easier to track down the boar. You have to keep in mind, 30 movement speed is a lot. People might be like, oh my god, but when you max it out, it's the same. Yeah, but at level 1, the way to counter Beastmaster, so this is a big tip, is to kill his boar. That's why Enchantress is a common counter, because you just take the boar. So if you can kill the boar, he's not that useful. Well, he's just Beastmaster. So, yeah, now you can chase down the boar much more easily. Then we have Earthshaker. Fissure Shard Aftershock Replication now stuns for half duration. Well, there goes that. Yep. Well, it was a good run, but nah, I'm kidding. Do I think Earthshaker is a good hero still? I think it's fine. I mean, the hero's still Shaker. Still has a stun. Still has Echo. Still fissures your waves and keeps them back, but this is a big, big nerf. You know, the major timing for this hero in this patch was the Shard. Your blink timing was still good, but being able to enchant Totem the ground and Aftershock, you know, and not have to commit your hero but chain someone for the duration of essentially Black Hole was quite good, and I think you could imagine why. So they nerfed that quite a lot. So do I expect people to buy the Shard? Probably not. Probably not. Next up on the list, we have Keeper of the Light. Recall delay increased from 3 to 543. I mean, okay, I think it's a reasonable nerf. Honestly, I don't think, like, basically what Valve is trying to do here, what Ice Frog's trying to do is he's saying, okay, this hero's already dog. It's so bad in pubs. Like, the hero's pub win rate is, I think it's one of the lowest in all of Dota. I think it's one of the yeah. And so, this is him nerfing, like, the pro aspect of Caudle, because, like, we even use this recall early in pubs, like, let's be real. It's so hard to use, as you barely see it used in, like, top-tier pubs, let alone, you know, your average pubs. So, this is them basically trying not to kill Caudle as a hero, but to nerf it in the pro scene. Then, we have Summon Wolf's duration reduced from 55 to 50. Okay, I mean, I guess that's a pretty big nerf. It doesn't seem like the end of the world, but it does cause you to have to use more mana overall, so yeah, Lycan will continue to have mana problems. That's probably the biggest thing. Then we have Morphling. Morph cooldown rescaled from 160, 100, to 40, to 140, 100, 60. Oh, okay, so it's worse at max, but better early, which I would say is overall a nerf, because in the late game, that's when you can go sicko mode and basically have perma morph. It's like when you see those Earthshaker, Earth Spirit combos where they're just rolling around. It's like rolling, 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 keep rolling. You know that? And now that's kind of nerfed. So Morph Scepter now also reduces morph cooldown. Oh. Okay, so they nerfed the bonus cast range though to half, which is pretty brutal. So I guess this is kind of like, it's kind of a buff. Not this part, obviously. This is a huge nerf, 600. I mean, my god. Morphs could go across the entire map. That's more than Aether Lens, so yeah, it hurts Ag's Morphling. That's all I'll say. This is a nerf to Ag's Morphling. That's what it is. Then we have Nature's Prophet. No. Actually, honestly, like, I've had to play against it so much to the point where, like, even though Nature's Prophet is my favorite hero, these greater treants are just so stupid. Why can they insta-kill a range Rax? Like, supports can't even kill them, and they just kill your range Rax, and you're like, that was a really fun gaming experience. I loved that. Well, honestly, 1 to 1.4 is not the end of the world, but it will be very notable. Makes them much, much worse, so yeah. I think it was due. Nyx. Vendetta, no. Oh, by the way, if you're wondering whether or not you should still buy Shard, I think the answer is yes. Same thing for Morphling. Should you still buy Ags? I would say the answer is yes. If you have a Shaker or Earth Spirit on your team and you want to run that, I still think, you know, it's good. It's still 2 Shakers, 2 Earth Spirits. So definitely don't think it's as good because of the cast range, but still good. Then we have Nyx Assassin. Wow, oh, that is brutal. Oh my, Vendetta no longer applies break. That is a massive nerf because honestly, I saw some of the biggest value of Nyx in my opinion was the fact that not only does he counter magical damage heroes, he also countered all the passive heroes. He countered Bristle, he countered Viper, he countered PA, he countered, what's another one? Tidehunter was probably the biggest actually. Like that comes to mind for me. You just kill Tidehunter because you just have a break. And so now wow, okay. That's a big nerf. Also, they nerfed your ulti at max, which is big because the duration is 60 seconds and the cooldown is 60. So it's still technically 100% uptime, but you know, that's not really what you're looking at. You're looking more at the fact that like it's much harder to do the double Vendetta hit if you wanted to. So that's kind of out of the equation. All in all, yeah, it's a big nerf to Nyx. Rightfully so, though. This year was pretty ridiculous. Okay, OD. OD's so funny, man. He was like literally 30% win rate. Boom, all the way up to 50, 55 or whatever, 53. And yeah, now movement speed nerfed by 5, armor by 1. Okay. Arcane Orb cooldown increased to what it was originally. Funny enough, that was one of the buffs. It went from 6420 to 4320. So now they moved it back down. Astral Imprisonment mana cost increased as well. Oof. Alright, a lot of OD nerfs. Honestly, I was kind of like wavering on how good I thought this hero was. I don't think this like makes it useless. You just gotta make sure you're picking into good matchups. I think this makes it like much less of a just straight up lane dominator because it loses some movement speed, loses some armor. It still has really high armor, really high movement speed, and frankly good harass and good stats. So do I think this makes the hero useless? Not even close. Not even close. Like, not even close. It just makes it where like I wouldn't first phase it as confidently, perhaps, and pick it as like a position 5 like Secret did and Crushed, which was disturbing how a mid laner could play position 5 and look like he's been the best position 5 of the entire meta. Alright, next up we have Puck, probably the best mid laner of the patch, if not one of the. Base damage range reduced. Okay, so they're maxing the max damage, which, sure, bit of a nerf. Waiting Rift damage reduced by 10, starting at 2, 20 at 3, and 30 at 4, which is quite a lot, you know? Could be the difference between finishing off a kill or not, or being able to one-shot waves. Oh yeah, that's a big one. I wonder how that works now. Do you still one-shot waves? It's gonna make it very awkward, right? Am I mistaken, guys? All you Puck spammers out there. Is it gonna make it awkward to one-shot waves later into the game? Or am I delusional? Like this 30 damage? Because if it does, and you have to auto-attack each creep once, that's a GG, dude. That's GG. And then finally, the Scepter was nerfed. So they made it worse at max, essentially. Okay, I mean, 0.5 less stun. I still would buy the Scepter all day, every day. Do I think Puck is still a good hero? Yeah, absolutely. This wave shove thing hurts, but yeah, I mean, basically, Valve has been taking this approach for a while now, which is like, don't kill any hero. They're really trying not to kill anyone, which is pretty reasonable. Tricks of the Trade Scepter no longer increases duration. What? Why would they do that? That just seems like that kills Ricky, no? I mean, I don't think like Rick. I think like Diffusal Ricky's honestly okay. I think people might go back to that, but my god, that's just, isn't that like just a big nerf? Seems like a huge nerf. And they nerfed the 25 talent. Oh my god, that's brutal. 2 seconds more? That is a huge number. Like 2 seconds late game is actually massive. That's the difference between you killing like the entire team or not, or like dying or not, you know? Oh, that is brutal. Shackle Shark cast range reduced. Alright. I mean, I guess that's fine. Void Spirit base damage reduced by 2. Alright, this hero was getting picked basically every single game in the pro scene. Like in some role or another. And then, yeah, Wraith King, Wraith Pyroblast cooldown increased from 14, 12, 10, 8 to 17, 14, 11, 8. And Vampiric Spirit Skeletons base damage reduced by 3. This is good. Skeletons were too good, honestly. Honestly, they're still really good. I think they did like 28 damage, so now they did like 25, which isn't too bad, really. You're still gonna clap people, but you do have to keep in mind, like, let's say you have 8 skeletons, you're losing 24 DPS, so after all that, that's pretty big. And the nerf to the stun is kind of big as well, right? Considering at rune fights, you could potentially get 2 off, get a kill because of it, even in the laning stage, right? Could matter, but don't think it's the end of the world. Actually, no, it does hurt him a lot, because Wraith King wouldn't max stun, right? He would leave it at 1 point, so when, like, the biggest point of the nerf is at the level 1, then it is a big deal. Do I think people consider maxing this? I don't think so, because you just need to really, just gotta really farm on this hero. It does scale really well, though. That's the funny thing. Like, Wraith King stun scales very, very well. It does, what, 240 damage at max, stuns for 2 seconds, slows for 2 seconds, and is on an 8-second cooldown. It really does scale quite well, but it's just not what the hero's meant to do. Nonetheless, I hope you guys enjoyed that breakdown. Essentially, this is just a patch of nerfing the broken heroes, which I think is quite reasonable. So, alright, I'm going to have to do some planning before my DPC game tomorrow. A little bit of meta-analysis. I'll bring that to you tomorrow in the video, and I'll see you then. Peace. But yeah, that's going to be about all, folks. Remember, click the link down below and subscribe to the gameleap website where we have thousands of videos, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.